Hey guys, and welcome back to Into the Square, your weekly social affairs and current issues podcast. Today, obviously, we have Full House again. We've been quite consistent this year so far, so that's really good. But also, this season so far, and also something historic happened just like in between the recording of the two podcasts. So we obviously had our first ever Into the Square link up last weekend. Obviously, we met with Sanjo, Kishore, and Bishop. So that was really good to meet everyone finally properly. Obviously, I've met you guys before we started the podcast. That's like Sanjo. Obviously, I've met Kishore and Bishop like quite frequently, but hadn't met Sanjo because he was a busy man. So that was really good.
I'm busy, yeah.
No, I'm saying like, we're both at university, innit? So like you're at Liverpool and I was at Nottingham. So now that we finally got to meet each other, like it was really good to see everyone. Obviously, I would like to say we had the discussions that we have on the podcast normally in real life as well.
Did we? I don't really know about that. Yeah. I don't like mixing work.
Very enlightening discussions.
A lot of enlightening discussions, yeah. So, yeah, and also obviously for all the COVID, like people out there like oh, right, you lot are not following the thing yet. We're obviously following all guidelines, so we weren't allowed to meet. So when we met in it. So yeah, so that was that. So I just wanted to let you guys know. Obviously that had happened in between like the recording of the episode, this one. So yeah, the topic today is can guys and girls be friends? So what do you guys say? Let's just get straight into it. So what do you guys think? Like, can guys and girls actually be friends?
I would say, in my opinion, certain guys and girls can be friends, but there are certain people who can't. It really depends on the person's mentality. So one of my closest friends is a girl, and that's purely platonic relationship that we have with a friendship that we have, and one thing that also helps is like if you know that person since childhood, so they're almost like a sister to you. So me and Bidhan also we have a friend.
That's your babes, bro. Why are you lying?
We've known her since probably I was literally probably 5 months when I first knew her. So we grew up together back in our grandparents' place, and but then there are certain people who have that mentality that they will never see a girl platonically, so they will always if the girl made a move on them, they'll be anyone's a target basically. For some guys it's like that.
Any hole's a goal, I guess.
I don't know. No, man. No. Very crude, bro. Shut up, man.
Obviously, I'm just joking there, though.
Yeah, but that's the mentality, Bidhan needs to stay in that part. Other people's mentality.
Yeah, it's not my
mentality. Not his.
When are you going? So, what about you, Kishore? What were you about to say something?
No, I was gonna say I believe that you can, but I've never really had that a close girl best friend. I've only had guy best friends, guy friends, and people that are close to me are usually male and men. But yeah, I don't see why not. I wouldn't see I have girl friends, but and I don't see.
What was that little I have girlfriend?
I got a girlfriend. No, I'm saying. No, but I'm saying I don't see them as I see only them platonically. I see them as what Bishop said, they're sisters sometimes. Whereas I see them as just friends. I don't see them as anything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it is hard for me personally to get that close with a girl as in that friendship sort of way. Because I don't know. I think I relate more to I think males can relate more to than females. I don't think for me anyways. I don't think you'll ever get that close as a friendship with males.
You still only knows how to get close in other kinds of ways, isn't it?
Right, yeah, that's how I see it.
Yeah. What about you, Sanjog? What do you say?
I think obviously the simple answer is yes. Don't see any reason not to, especially you guys mentioned if it's in a platonic way. But I think what Bishop said was quite good. If you've known the person for so long that they become your best friend, and you've grown up with them and stuff like that, then it becomes obviously easier than just randomly meeting a girl, and then you just may have some kind of attraction towards them or whatnot. But I think it depends on what there could be some obstacles, let's just say in a friendship that may
make it harder for you to like just stay friends or what. And like sometimes like there's a lot of like things that might be mixed up, and there'll be like loads of mixed feelings and that kind of shit. So I think that's quite important as well, like to take into consideration, because obviously like you can be friends with whoever you want, but like there can be some situations where like it can become a bit more complicated than it should be, and that could that could be because of communication, that could be because of like just whatever. But yeah. What were you gonna say, Bishop?
No, I was just thinking about my own thinking of like friends who are girls, yeah, and but like let's say your friend your friend like girls who you're friends with. Imagine like you actually made a move, yeah. Do you think like what do you think their reaction will be?
Exactly, it depends.
Yeah, no, but
No, it was just,
why are you even thinking that?
just-
What this guy's
just
thinking? Why are you even thinking about
Huh?
that? Like, why are you even thinking about that? Like,
No, but because
Let's go, huh?
I'm thinking, yeah. Huh? No. I'm not thinking like that. Yeah, I'm not thinking like that. But I feel like there's loads of friendships like that. Yeah, where it's like someone just hasn't made a move. Like it's just like they just never looked at it from that perspective. So, but then I feel like if someone made a move, yeah, within that friendship, then the other person might reciprocate. Like I feel like most friendship where it's like a girl and a boy, it is like that. But there are friendships where it's just like purely like, where it's deeper than that, and it was just like you're just looking at this person like your sister. Innit?
I was gonna say that obviously, yeah. For me, from my perspective, like, yeah, you can be friends with a girl, and like obviously you can have like girl best friends, and whatnot. But also, I was gonna say like having a girl that's a friend and a girl that is a best friend is a bit different though. Like, as in, I think like when we think about like certain like situations or like situationships or whatever, yeah. And it's like I think a lot of relationships, they kind of like people just start out as like friends, like just chatting as friends, and then they kind of move along. But then obviously like that is different to having like a best friend that's a girl, because I think once you get past and then become like best friends, I think that's when like it's probably not gonna go any other way. But then obviously if you're like just friends, then it's a little bit different though, innit? And it depends on how you define friendship. Because I just like call anyone a friend. I'll be like, oh yeah, that's a friend, innit? If I speak to them like here and there, they'll be considered a friend. But it doesn't mean like, oh, they're gonna be cut off from like me moving to them. I'm not saying I would though.
So you're saying like friend zone doesn't exist in you then?
No, it does. It does. What I'm trying to say is like, as in, like, a lot of people that you like, you just come across like in school, in uni, and like in work and stuff. They can be your friends, innit? But then obviously like it might be a thing where it's like it's not, but they're not your best friend. So it's a little bit different than them. Just like, do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know if you guys get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
you're friendly with them. They're not in your inner circle.
Yeah.
They're not in your inner circle.
In that case, yeah, like it could lead to something more. But I'm still saying that they can still be friends. And yeah, so that's what I was trying to say.
How I always judge it, yeah, is like, imagine I got kicked out of my house. Will I be able to call this person and be like, yo, I need the night to stay? You know what I mean? Like, there's loads of people like that where you're just like friends, but you just would never do that, and like you just wouldn't do that.
That's a fair point. That was I was about to ask, like when Bidhan said that, like when you judge, like what is that line that you say, like okay, now you're friends or now you're best friends, or like that you wouldn't go there, like, you know what I mean? Like how would you draw the line?
It's not like a set line. It's not like a set criteria. But obviously, once you know, and it like is in. I think it's true though. I don't know.
I feel like there's friends, and there's best friends.
Yeah, there's like friends. So you know how I would say like some people call it mates, and then they'll be like, oh, they're my mate.
Friends,
They're my mate, and then they're my friend, and they're my like best friend, innit? But for me, it's like friend. That's like a friend. That's like my boy, and then that's like my best friend, innit? Do you know what I mean? And then yeah, so that's that. But also, I was gonna say that what if you start catching feelings when like you're just like friends with someone? Like, what would you do? And like what like Bishop was saying kind of earlier, like imagine you move to your friend like that's a girl, like what would the reaction be? Like what if you start catching feelings for like your friend that's just a girl?
I feel like it's calm with a friend.
Depends on the friendship, innit? Depends on how strong the friendship is.
Yeah, it's calm with a friend, but not a friend, innit? With a friend is a bit awkward. I mean, but with a friend is like, it's anything goes, bro.
But what if it's a friend, yeah? But then you know that if you guys were together, it would be like some like sick relationship.
But you shouldn't have gotten to that situation. Why did he make her your friend? And now it's just bare.
Yeah, but like it's just what if you would never know until you try, innit? Why would you try though? would you try and like do that?
There's 7 point something billion people in the world, bro. Why does this have to be with this friend from nah? Like, go find someone
This
else.
is how it is, isn't it? Nah, you wouldn't.
This is how it. Yeah, this wasn't written in it. It wasn't written in the stars for us to be. So.
Yeah. Also, there's so many like people in this world. Like, why would you like just choose your like friend to like move to in it, or like I don't know. As in, although obviously catching feelings isn't like something you choose to do, but as in like.
Exactly. It's not
you
like
kind of have a little bit of like a power over it, don't you? Obviously, you can like when you spend too much a lot of time with someone, that's when you like start catching feelings.
Yeah.
Let's say, and then like when you're like so you just like avoid doing that. Innit? Like, do you know what I mean?
but that's your best friend though. You're gonna
Yeah, okay, best friend. If you're moving to your best friend, then.
Why are you laughing like that, Kishore? Why are you laughing like that?
It's just how he's like how he said it, innit?
But
But his sons have moved to his friend.
Yo.
Nah, I don't. That's moving along. Moving along.
yeah. So I mean, yeah. So that's that. So I was gonna say, also, you know how like. So I was talking about like friends and like best friends and all that. You know how like there's a lot of like people romanticize like best friends as well. They're like, oh, I want my partner to be my best friend, and like they'll be like, oh, I don't want it if like my partner isn't my best friend kind of thing. And like so like what's your opinion on that? Like, as in, why is it that people always want their partner to be their best friends, but then never like their best friends to be their partners? And also how like you know how movies such as like I'm gonna give a Bollywood example, and it's like movies such as Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, and even a lot of like early 2000 like Hollywood rom-coms in it, like they just start off as friends and then like they start catching feelings and stuff. So like it's like so I think, do you not agree that like the media in itself is kind of like putting us in that direction of like, oh, like you can't like just be friends with someone of the opposite sex or something, because it's like we've seen all these things, and even like what's it called, man, like the great philosopher Saruk Khan once said Pyar hi to dosti hai or something like that, you know, like
Did he actually?
no, but he like in that movie, innit, in
Yeah,
Kuch Kuch
yeah,
Hota Hai, he's like, oh yeah, friendship is love, or like love is friendship, or something along those lines. It's like
Someone else has to bring out a movie quote next one as well. I did that last time. Now he's done it. Now someone else has to do it.
When did you do it?
No, okay, carry on.
So, but what do you guys what do you guys think about that? So you know how like people always like want their partner to be their best friend, but they're never their best friend to be their partner. Like what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, because most people's best friend are of the same sex, isn't it? Most of the time. So
No, but I'm saying
obviously
a
don't
female
want,
best friend, a
like,
female best
You
friend.
might, you might not, you might,
Yeah.
or female best friend. Yeah, but you could just view her as your like the way I view my closest female friend. It's literally like it'll pretty much feel like incest, isn't it? It's just so odd in my head. Like, do you get me?
Kishore's like, nope.
So, and then
Man had to say incest.
Kishore's like,
What
I'm
the
already
hell, bro?
putting myself. I'm already like giving up on all the Nepal girls that are surname Nepal. I'm also giving up on. So he's like, nah, never, no more, G.
yeah, and also yeah, what if your best friend, like, what if your cousin is your best friend, bro? Like, you know, and she's a girl, then that's mad. Like, you can't do
What
that.
are you
What-
talking about?
what-
Let's
what
move
makes
away.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying.
Also, people marry their cousins.
What if
innit?
your, what if your
No, I'm saying
mom's your
people
best
marry
friend?
their cousins, so
Then
why is
what?
it
Like,
weird
what?
that you want to marry your best friend though? Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't
What if your
think.
best friend's your
Huh?
mom?
What? What are you talking? Bishop, shut up, bro. I swear. Man's talking about
saying.
mums. Man started. Ay, nah, like.
No, I'm saying like, what if your best friend is your mom? Innit? You can't like.
Yeah,
you
of
know
course
what I
that's
mean?
No, we're
weird.
talking about a female best friend.
No,
G.
no one was talking about like what?
As in what I'm trying to say is it's like because that relationship has developed in a certain way where, you know, for someone to be your partner, you need that sexual chemistry as well.
Yeah.
And then because that relationship with your best friend who's a girl has developed in a certain way and it's already like bloomed and, you know, it's already so far down the line, it's kind of hard to like mix that like sexual chemistry in and so on. It just too like in my head like there's no way that like it will happen, innit?
I feel like
So
it can happen, but it's just
It can
Like,
happen, but it's not
obviously,
worth it. Like,
you-
why would you
no.
like choose?
no.
Why
it's-
would you
but-
choose? Like, unless if it's like a proper serious thing, like you've actually started catching feelings for them. Yeah, like why would you like go ahead
Exactly.
and like ruin
No,
their
it's only
friendship?
if you. No, you wouldn't do it if you weren't like proper. I feel like the only way you could do it if the feelings that you catch are like
Yeah.
proper.
Yeah.
and, like,
Yeah, I
you know,
think-
it's like
yeah, I think-
strong feeling. That's the only way you'd go about. Don't like you know fuck it up just because of like silly like a little crush or anything. Like that's stupid. But what I wanted to say was what you asked about why partners look for best friends in each other, it's because like we want like to have like things in common with like our partners. At the end of the day, they say opposites attract, but obviously you'd want to talk about the same things. This is why we look for like Nepalese people to like go out with, like it's because like we're looking for that like commonness, we're looking for that relatability. Well, that's
Bro, you trying to act?
no, I'm just saying. Okay, let's say me. Sorry. I was saying, this is why we look for, because we, at the end of the day, we want something, we want relatability, we want to feel like close, we want to feel like when you're in a relationship with someone, we want to feel like it's home, like you've created something together. That's why you want like a best friend, isn't it, as your partner. But obviously, it gets in a sticky situation when when your best friend, like, the opposite way. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. No, I mean, to be honest, like, the thing is, like, there's no rules for any of this. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? This is just, like...
No,
like,
it's just social rules.
Yeah,
And it's, like, in your head.
Yeah,
it's
and it's so hard to, like,
Unreal
say,
rules.
like, we should do this, we should do that. Or, this is accepted, this is not accepted. Because, like, everyone has their own way of, like, kind of, like, of their own morals, if you get what I mean. Like, for example, like... Clearly, obviously, Bishop would never like go for like a best friend because he sees them like their mom as their mum or something. But like sure, if he started developing feelings for them, then he might obviously like serious feelings, then you might want to pursue that as well. You know what I'm trying to say? Like obviously, I'm exaggerating that, but like it depends on each person, I think. But I do think like if you are like if you are obviously best friends with someone and there is a lot at stake, it's not just like obviously. Like just meeting someone, becoming just friends with them, and then pursuing that. It's like if you're best friends, if you've known them for so many years, and like you built such like a good relationship with them, so close to like them to being your own sister, being their own family even. You don't want to ruin that at all because obviously you don't want to fall out with your own family. You know what I mean? So like, I think that's when obviously it becomes. But then like obviously when you get feelings into it, then it's a completely different story. Then that can like that's what I'm trying to say. That's the obstacles that may that may occur, and then you have to like tackle that. That's gonna be really hard.
But I was gonna say, how Kishore was saying how sorry Kishore, but how you're saying, oh, what if you start catching feelings with them? And I said it as well. Like if it's like proper feelings, then like obviously I would like I would want to act on it because like what the fuck. But also I was gonna say like already. For you to be getting to like a best friend level, you must have gone through like a lot of like getting to know each other. You've gone through a lot of like spending time with each other, and like the feelings haven't like sparked up until yet. So why would you believe like 10 years down the line it would spark? I mean, it could, but what I'm trying to say is like it's a little bit unrealistic. Obviously, if you're gonna start catching those feelings for them, you'd have caught them from the get go, because you've known like them for like as in for that someone to be your best friend, you must have spent a lot of time with them. You must have got to know them a lot. Like, do you know what I mean? Like you just don't call anyone your best friend. So it's like but then again, even being a best friend is like, who, like, what's the line, isn't it? But what I'm trying to say is like, it's like you would have probably, if you're gonna catch feelings for them, you would have caught it already, in it, kind of thing. But also, touch wood, I don't want to like jinx myself and like fucking fall over a best friend, man.
It's very different with like being in like the heterosexuals, because like you with straight guys, like you can like be friends and best friends with like someone like much more easier in my opinion than like with girls, because there's a lot more to talk about. There's a lot more like same thing, huh?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
But then let me ask you, what if like say like a guy told you, like your best guy friend told you he had feelings for you? Like, how would you deal with it?
Yeah, I'd be like,
oh my days, bro.
What? You wanna elaborate?
Has this happened to you?
You just baited someone
Yeah,
else.
but like, exactly, like, you know what I mean? I can't do that.
What? Okay, well, this is an exclusive, and maybe you will get to know this in another episode. But that's kind of crazy. It's
maybe into the
it's
jar.
a new development that like I've never heard of this.
Put in the
I've
jar.
never heard of this.
Have you not? Have you not?
But yeah, but what I'm trying to say is like obviously if you're gonna catch feelings to someone, you'd have probably caught it like already before they became your best friend. So I think like me personally, I wouldn't want to risk anything I have with like a really close friend, like a good friend, for like quick like little like a date or something. I don't know, like it's not worth it, innit? So
no, it's not about like obviously doing that. I agree, yeah, but I said it again, yeah, it's stupid if you do that. But if if I think like if
Yeah,
you've like
okay.
close like
Let's turn it
'cause,
around.
like,
Let's turn it around,
feelings
like the way that Kishore did, but
Yeah.
let's make it more
Yeah.
like in our situation. Let's say like if you have a girl best friend, what if she moved to you now, like after knowing her so much, like, and she's like literally express everything to you, and like she literally thinks, yeah, like, you know, like I've started liking you, I've got these feelings now, I've known you so well, we could be like, you know, great together, like, you know what, that kind of, like, what would you do?
Nah, I think yeah, like although like I don't know, it's weird, isn't it? Because like Bishop said,
Well, I was slapping to her senses.
we don't believe in violence against women in this podcast, by the way, guys.
I'm joking. I wouldn't do that.
What? You guys talking about I was snapping at them, but nah, as in
No, I'm joking. I wouldn't do that. But
slap
like,
him with his words, innit? Slap him with his words.
I would have to be. I'd have to be like empathetic to the situation.
I'd be like, I don't
wanna,
blame
like,
you in it, because
hurt your
if it was me, I would have fell for me too. But obviously, you can't. Why can't you?
Oh my lord.
But yeah, seriously though, what would you do?
I don't know.
I'd obviously.
Kishore would take
Like,
it.
yeah,
Oh,
sure,
you
you
say
Kishore
it
would
because
take
them
it,
two have
I'd
like
say.
Oh,
a girl best friend in
so-
it, so.
Nah. Why would I take it?
As in, I just think you're very like you're an empathetic person, and I feel like even if you don't like someone, if they told you they liked you, you'd like be like, oh, you know what, maybe I can start liking them, like kind of thing. I think you're a really nice guy. That's why. Yeah, I would like
You'd
give
give
the
the
opportunity for
opportunity,
like for you to fall in love with them, innit? Because you'd think like, oh yeah, like
Man just double. You gave me such a backhanded compliment.
no.
Shut up, bro.
What I'm trying to say is like, bro, like to be fair, like
Jump
nah,
at any option.
nothing.
Is that what you're trying to say?
I never said that.
No, but I don't know, man. I probably would.
You'd back it.
See, I would think about it. No, I wouldn't back it. I would.
Listen,
Shut up, bro.
He'll entertain it for sure.
I
Man.
would,
He'll
I'll
entertain
think
it.
about it. I'd be like, oh, they've said this. They must have said this for a reason. They would like. I'd analyze it and I'd like think about it and then
Man's
I'd do I
evaluating
like,
the comparison.
think
No,
about
but what I'm trying to say
I'd
is he's not
evaluate
wrong though. Like, I wouldn't.
the cost and outweigh.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
completely
obviously, if
disregard
someone said
it,
that to you,
but like what I'm trying to say, like, say
If
for me,
someone's-
yeah, like I have, let's say I have like two, but like I have friends that are like my best friend, female best friend, isn't Nepalese, let's say, then obviously it would be a bit like I don't know, like because I don't know. Although I think eventually I would probably like to think I'll probably get married to someone Nepalese, innit? So at the end of the day, it's like already I know that's not gonna like go to marriage, and like so why would I? Like if my female best friend came up to me and said to me, I have feelings for you, then I'd be like, oh, like
Yeah.
like obviously like I don't know, because the thing is obviously you'd like them too, because you like them enough for you to hang out with them like that many times, and like you've literally like done everything in like possible in a relationship apart from like have that like physical like physical like I don't know like apart from like obviously like anything like sexual, innit? Like everything else with a female best friend you do with your like that you normally do with your girlfriend, and like
No.
what do you mean? Like you'd go like you'd go out with them like you go like dinner dates.
It's
Like,
a
would you
different
not?
vibe though.
What?
It's a different. It's not just sexual. It's
No, but what I'm trying to say is
different
like I get that. What
Yeah.
I'm trying to
No, but you do the same
No.
shit.
yeah,
though,
like you
innit?
like what do you think about?
I'd agree with Bidhan.
Nah.
You do the same shit.
You'd have different you'd have different
No, it's
conversations. The way
different,
you
it's
speak to them is gonna be
Yeah,
different,
but like the activities you're doing is the
That's
same.
like no. That's like bro. That's like
You go
saying
into, like-
me and
No,
you play
no,
golf.
no.
It's like me the same as me and my girlfriend playing golf. Me and my best friend, girl best friend playing golf. That's that's not.
No, but it's
Nah,
not like I'm gonna
That's
have.
different, bro.
I don't know, man. But what I'm trying to say is like,
you can't do that.
I would just be like I wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't like ruin like what we have like for like anything in it. Do you know what I mean? I would say I respect.
It's deeper, and like a relationship is even deeper though. Like
No,
you
but
get me?
what I'm trying to say, I would
Than
say
a-
like,
than a
oh,
best friend.
I respect our friendship more for me to turn it into anything else, innit? I think that would be a perfect like answer for that.
Yeah, you have to respect it, innit? Because obviously for them to come out and say that, they've obviously like
Yeah,
thought
it
about
must
it
have
so
been
much.
There must be something.
Because
innit?
like obviously they've
Yeah.
whatever we just talked about before about like, you know, weighing it up and like seeing like what would be at stake and stuff. They've already thought about all those things before they've said it. So like for them to say it's proper serious. So like obviously you have to consider that. But yeah, at the end of the day, like you have to like fully like, you know, tell. You can't just be like, oh yeah, cool, they like me. Let's try it. You know, you can't just be like that.
Yeah,
No.
but it would ruin your friendship though.
Exactly,
If one
yeah.
if one
100.
Yeah,
one
it
person
would, it
catches
would.
feelings
Yeah,
for the
you have
other,
to
like
stop
would
it.
definitely ruin your friendship though.
Yeah.
Like.
Colours, bros. Colours.
Yeah. So now moving on next to like the next like so let's say like why do you think like you know how even us talking about it now like the way you're speaking about it like and then you guys said it yourself like you don't have abundance of like female best friends in it but you have a lot of like say guys that are your best friends So why do you think that is? Like, why is like girls and guys being friends like frowned upon? And why are we even discussing this topic about why guys and girls be friends? I think it should just be normal, no? Like, we're not questioning if guys and guys should be friends or if girls could be friends. So why is it frowned upon in general, but also in like the Nepalese community as well? Like, what do you guys think?
I wouldn't necessarily say it's the fact that it's because they're a girl, or like, it's more about what it's more about like, like, like some people are more feminine, innit? So if you're more feminine, you're more likely to chill with people who are more feminine as well. Like, if you're more masculine, you're gonna chill with more people who are more masculine. Because obviously, like, if you're like and if you're feminine, it's more likely to be a girl, and if you're masculine, you're more likely to be a guy. So it just happens to be that, that guys will just chill with guys, and then girls will chill with girls, innit? But then if you see some like feminine guys, they always have more friends who are girls. You can see that, innit? Often see that as a pattern. Like, more feminine guys will have more female friends, or like more like a bit more masculine girls will have more like guy friends. So I think it's more about that rather than like the sex itself.
No, but I think
you are.
like addressing like the Nepalese community thing as well. Like, the main reason, like, I would say, like, obviously it's frowned upon. It's because firstly, obviously the Nepalese culture is behind than the other cultures that, like, in the UK. But the main reason for that is mainly because people obviously assume the wrong. Like, most of the time, people don't like think like, you can like have like a platonic relationship with girls. Like, even our parents and like our grandparents, like, they never really had like a platonic relationship with girls like that. Like, whenever it was, like, it would be like it would mean something else. Like, it would mean like you're gonna get married with them, you're gonna get like, that kind of thing. So like, it wasn't like they never really had that experience. So obviously, whenever they see us with a girl just talking, just out in town or whatnot, they will obviously assume, oh yeah, they're girlfriend, boyfriend, oh, they're doing some dodgy shit. You know what I'm saying? They just assume the worst than it really is, and that's probably the main reason why it's mostly frowned upon. Yeah.
Nah, I was gonna say, yeah, like, there's a good example of this, because when I went back home, like, back to Nepal, yeah, and then like everyone had like, I think it was one of the times where like Facebook was like popping off, and like my cousins and we were adding each other, yeah, and then it was like, oh, Kishore, you got so many like friends who are girls, and they were like, oh, you must be moving mad. I'm like, bro, like, chill out, man. It was mad to me, because like, obviously they don't have that, and like, it's not as the same as it is here, and they would see that as odd, as being like just being friends with girls and stuff like that, because I feel like there's more like,
nah, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, but I swear we're like, I went in the village, yeah, where me and Bidhan are from. We were really close to a friend who was a girl, and it was calm.
No, but that was like how
no one even.
We were quite young though, to be fair. Like, but even now though, it's calm. Even now.
Yeah, because it's calm.
Yeah,
because
it's true. Actually, but I'm guessing, but the thing is, we're not there in the streets, innit? Like, we don't know that. Like, they could be like chatting shit, saying how like, look how close these guys are, because we just go there for like 20 days, we fuck off, and then like, we just don't hear of it afterwards. But
I think it's to do with, like, as what Sandra said, the mentality of like the Nepalese community, how it's like,
I think so,
hold back, and like people,
yeah,
and like, I think there's some like sexism involved in there as well, because they feel like, even what Bishop said with the masculinity, like, guys will like, if you're hanging out with guys, you seem more masculine, you seem more like strong, whereas if you're hanging out with girls, you're gonna seem more feminine, because you're gonna talk about, they're gonna assume you're gonna talk about feminist stuff, you're gonna talk about girly stuff like that. So yeah,
I guess that the role that males and females play in society in Nepal is quite extremely different. The male is meant to be like that breadwinner, like go out and like do this, do that, while the females, they take on a proper like homemaking role, and it's more like just have kids and all that. It's slowly changing. While in here, it's like, guys pursue a career, girls pursue a career, both go uni. There's a lot more similarities between like the activities that people do. So I guess there's more opportunity also to meet each other, like
socialize
for
with each
example,
other.
in Nepal, socialize with each other as well. Because in Nepal, most of the motives is just like family events, if that makes sense. So that you could have like, your cousin could be your friend, but it's like, it's within the family, innit? Like, it's often like that. Like, I feel like most events are within the family. while here it's like you meet people outside of the family, mostly chill
Yeah,
with people
that's true.
outside and that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because like when I say like frowned upon, what I'm trying to say is like, obviously you say for me personally, like before like, I would never think to like say like bring a female friend home, like kind of thing. And then like, or like imagine like even like recently, say I went on a holiday with like two of my female friends, obviously like my other guy friend, and the fact that my mom knew in it that I was going with like two girls and like a guy, and she knew, and then she was calm with it. And then like nowadays she would probably even ask like, oh, because my friend like she kind of like knows a little bit about, she'd be like, oh, like what they're saying and shit sometimes also. It's like it's changing in it, but I just think they're not just used to it, like so they're not used to like guys and girls being friends. Because I think Bishop's mom and like my mom would like agree that like back in Nepal they'll just go to college, they'll come back home like and just do housework and just chill at home, and so they don't really have a lot of time to socialize. But obviously the fact that like we do, and obviously we do like similar things, I think it has like kind of opened them up a little bit as well. So maybe it can change, kind of thing. Like recently, even like it was very funny because I had this Nepalese friend that like I bought something from Nepal, yeah, for, and then she was like to me, oh yeah, like I'm outside your house, like I'll come and pick you up in it, and I was like it's calm, you can come inside now, like as in we're like at an age now where I'm allowed to have friends that are girls, you know what I mean? So I was like, you can come inside the house and pick you up, kind of thing. And then my mom was home as well, and then they had a conversation and everything. So I was like, it's good to like see times are changing, because before like say with like a same friend, if I saw her on the street, I'll just have to look away or like look down in it and pretend like we don't know each other. But now it's like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I think I agree with that as well. I think age helps a lot with that, because they see how
Yeah.
mature you are with that, and you can like, distinguish the two. And I feel like if I was like just when I was like, let's say in school, I just chilling just with a girl throughout all the time, like throughout like in uni, like one of my closer friends is a girl as well. So like if I was to do that in GCSE or like school, I think they'll definitely think like there's something's going on. But like now, like I think if I told my mom about the girl, like she'll be like, oh yeah, she's just your friend, kind of thing. Like they'll understand it a bit more.
Yeah, exactly.
It's strange because like back then you'd less likely to develop feelings for a girl than you would now, like who's your friend. Do you not agree?
I mean, when you're a teen though, I don't think so.
I don't
when
know.
You're a teen,
I don't know
you just
about
get.
No, I'm saying like, what you think you'd more likely to develop feelings for?
No,
like,
but
a
you,
girl
but then,
who's
no,
your
but
friend?
now you
Before,
understand your
before,
feelings, though, innit?
yeah.
But now you understand your
Yeah, exactly.
feelings, and back then you didn't though, because back then you just think, oh, like even like a little, like when you just like
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
if you,
good looking, you
I'm
think,
saying
oh,
if
shit,
you
I'm in
met
love
like
with them.
a,
like
no, but I'm saying if you, I'm saying if you met like a female and you were like single or whatever, would you like you'd more likely to like, and you like, let's say you'd more likely to be like develop feelings for them if you met them straight up rather than if you before when you were a teen.
Nah.
no,
I
I
don't know.
definitely
I don't
think
think
like
so.
when you're a teen, yeah, like you know what I'm trying to say.
Nah.
When
You
you're a
got,
teen,
you got
like,
too
can
many
feel your
hormones
feelings,
going
innit?
on, bro. You gotta.
Bro, no, it's true though. When you're a teen, like, even if you have like a little infatuation with a girl, you think, oh shit, I'm in love with them, innit, kind of thing. But
legit.
it's not that. But now you're at an age where you just realize, like,
Mm.
yeah, like you just think they're good looking,
That's
and
true,
like you're
yeah.
like, it's like you're kind of mature about it, innit? But back then you'd be like, nah, shit.
Now I wouldn't say it's necessarily that. It's more like there's more at stake now when it comes
Oh,
to
it's
like
gonna be
relationship.
like a
Back
proper
then, like,
marriage.
Yeah.
back in it, you could just firm in it, like, oh, man's gonna have fun for 2 months and it's calm. But now, yeah,
You're
it's
getting at an
like,
age,
oh,
it's
shit,
true
you got,
though.
like, relationship
that's
is
Yeah.
Mm.
yeah.
I guess that's true as well.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, like my point was like that in the teenage you didn't really think about like those type of things. And if you had like something in common with a girl, you just be like, and you were like friendly, like it'd be calm.
Nah,
innit?
it was different for
That's
me.
what
I can't lie. I went to all boys school, guy. Like, bro, like as in, I didn't have any girls around in my school. G. But yeah,
Man just
so
grab at every opportunity.
nah, man. No, but what I'm trying to say is that obviously that's what I'm saying. A lot of like, say especially my friends and my like people around me, like because we went to an all guys school and like obviously my Nepalese friends,
Yeah.
like friendship with girls was kind of frowned upon because like how do you know them? Like you don't go to school with them, and then like after school you just come home. So how do you kind of know them? And then social media was kind of like a new thing back then as well, 2014, 2013, innit? So it's like for like especially for our parents anyway. So it's like it was like weird to like kind of meet someone online and then like kind of like start chatting to them and stuff. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like it's a little bit different, but
Mm.
yeah. So moving on now, like to the final things, like what would you do if what would you do? Like say you get yourself a girlfriend, and then you currently have a girl best friend, and your girl best friend. I mean your girlfriend's like, oh, you can't have a girl best friend because it's like a thing where like female, like, especially now, like I don't know.
Or like who?
Yeah,
do you
imagine
pick,
no,
like,
what
who
I'm
do you
trying to say
pick?
is like What would you say if your girl said you're not allowed to have like a girl best friend, or like what like would you allow your girl to have a boy best friend?
It depends on how
Depends.
secure you are about your relationship, innit? I feel like that's how you
That's
that's how you
mature.
play it. If you're like if it's like if you're just freshly in a relationship, you're gonna be you're gonna be more insecure about like the closeness between you. So you're gonna feel like obviously there has to be some like level of paranoia or insecurity about you if you're just starting off like a fresh relationship and they've said, oh, I've got like a boy best friend. You're gonna be insecure about it, but I feel like it depends on you or your person, how mature you are, and like how you see it, basically.
No, it depends on the vibe. Innit? Like for example, if they imagine they're like, oh, that's my best friend, but I got with him like a year ago.
Nah, red flags, get
I'll be
away.
like, get away. You know what I mean?
Then I'd be like, cut from there. I'd be like, move, fam.
But if they're like, oh, you know, the similar sort of friendship that I have with friends who, are like, then yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Obviously, there's gonna be like
Yeah, I
insecurity.
think
That's
I think
given,
it's like the main problem there isn't the fact that you have a girl best friend and you have a girlfriend. The main problem is the fact there is insecurity, and that is the main
Yeah.
thing you have to address rather than choosing between the two. And like you have to obviously talk
Yeah.
to your girlfriend, talk to your girl best friend, and literally like. And I feel like if they know each other, if they like if they know each other, that's
Exactly,
even
yeah.
better. Or if they're like even chilled with each other even a few times, then that's even that helps as well, because like then both of them see how they really are and that kind of thing. And like your girl would feel more secure in that situation as well. So I think it depends on the relationship, not just between you and the two girls, but also between the girls as well. I think that's important as well.
Yeah, I mean, definitely for me as well. Like, if I had like a girlfriend and like I have girl best friends, I say I would introduce them, and then I would want them to be friends too, because like why not in it kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, and then obviously at that point it shouldn't be a problem, because like it's nothing like it's like also it depends on you as well, like on how much you like obviously say as a guy in it, like to your girlfriend, you need to like make them secure yourself as well. Because you should just like let them know like nothing's gonna happen between them as well, like and then earn that trust. And once you do earn that trust, I think it should be fine, and you should be allowed to have like a girl best friend. But then obviously imagine like someone that to me like choose. I'll be like, what do you mean choose, man? Like especially imagine if someone like was my girl best friend before, and then I meet someone now, and then like they're like, no, you're not allowed to be friends with them, and like no, I would say like, what do you mean no? Because I've already been friends with them before I've known you in it. Like I probably went to them for advice on how to move to you. So like, what do you mean like no, I can't be friends with them kind of thing. So it's like, what the hell?
If they're making you choose that, then that's not the person for you, I think.
Yeah.
And what about like would you?
Sorry.
Yeah,
No, I was just thinking like if you literally just think about it like if you have a guy best friend and they're like asking you to choose between the two, it's the same situation, isn't it? It's just the fact that they're a girl. That's the only difference. You know what I mean? So like, why should it matter that much? But obviously that's simplifying it too much. But especially like what if you? I think I know what you're gonna say.
No, but I was gonna say, what would you do if your girl had a guy best friend though?
It's the same, man.
I'd be like, I wanna meet this Donny fam. I'd be like, who's this Donny fam? Meet him, bro. Give him a bit of 1-to-1, innit?
Yeah, you gotta meet him. You gotta meet him and see the vibes. See, if they're meeting, they're 1-to-1, going to like some. Depend.
No, but I feel
Going
like if you're
places
doing that
alone.
with your girl best friend, then why can't she do with her?
Yeah, no,
Yeah, exactly,
I mean,
so-
it's double. It's obviously double
Yeah,
standard.
where you
man,
going? Like, are you
Where
going
you
like, lunch?
Man's gonna put
Are you
GPS
going,
tracker
like,
on her,
lunch
bro.
at 12, or are you going? Nah, but you want like certain
What if
things.
they go
Like,
holiday?
imagine you're
What if
going
they go holiday?
concert,
Yeah,
you
what if they
drink,
go
like-
holiday?
Oh, Bishop's
Nah,
following.
like
fam.
if you're going alone,
Bishop's
like imagine you're going
following.
alone. Are you telling me
No,
you'd
what
be
I'm
calm
trying
with
to say,
that?
imagine
Like,
so
you must-
like so me and my friends on a holiday.
You would not be
recently,
calm
imagine
with
I
that.
had a girlfriend then, and then like.
Yeah. But you and her, like a
Oh,
girl
okay,
alone,
okay,
like telling me
okay.
you
That's a
and
bit
your
sus.
best
What if
friend
what if that's your
alone,
friendship
you
group?
would
Like,
go
obviously
alone.
me and my friendship group, like let's say there's like 4 of us, yeah. But what if like my friendship group at uni it just was like me and her? But I guess if it's just you two, then like you can easily bring a girlfriend along in it, or like you can easily bring your boyfriend
Yeah.
along, because in that case it's just like one person like and the other person like getting to know each other, rather than like say like in a group in it. I get what you mean though, but
Yeah, but holiday is mad though, like, you know what I mean?
yeah, I guess what you mean.
Yeah. Maybe like, if they went, they
No,
go
what
for
if they
lunch
were
or
like,
something.
what if they were like,
Catch
we're
up.
kind of stranded here, but and we want to get a hotel room, but there's only like one double.
Oh my
bed,
god,
and
man's
then,
thought of like a movie, bro.
Man's making a whole story, bro. Shut up, bro.
Okay, well, fair enough.
You watch too many of those movies, bro.
But
No.
exactly, man's watched too much of those movies. You know what I mean?
No, not even. What I was trying to say was like it was just a dilemma, and I was just letting you guys know, like, But anyway, so that's that. So do you guys want to add anything else, like to the conversation?
No, I think.
So I think we all agree that we can be friends with girls, and you can have a girl best friend in a relationship, and your girl can have a boy best friend.
Yeah, we can. Some people can't. Out there. Some people
He
can't.
just doesn't want to bait them out.
Who you
Kishan.
pointing at? Who you pointing at?
Kishan.
Me, shut up,
No,
you
but
idiot.
anyway. But some people
No, I'm
can't,
joking,
I would say.
Huh?
No.
Some people
Yeah.
can't. innit?
I
Oh,
agree. So obviously, be careful when you're choosing your guy best friend and your girl best friend, innit? So, or like, sorry, be careful when you choose like friends of the opposite sex, because they might not always have the right intention. Obviously, me though, I have right intention. So make sure you guys DM me on my Instagram. It's gonna be right here, innit? So now moving on to the into the jar segment of the topic.
It's me. It's me.
So today is Sanjog's
There's
turn.
not much left in there,
So-
guys. We need more questions.
Come on, we need some questions actually. We need to put it out on Instagram as a poll and be like, oh, send us some questions that you want
Sandra
us to,
picked
like,
some
ask,
innit?
first.
Oh, he got picked last time.
Yeah.
Oh, was it me?
You.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who picked me? Oh, a Bishop.
Bishop.
Definitely.
Me.
Who's before that?
It was me before that.
Oh, but
Alright,
just pick someone.
pick a
Pick
shot,
someone,
pick a shot.
man.
I'll pick a shot. I'm gonna change the question slightly. Kishore, you ready?
Oh,
So
my
when was the
God.
last time you said "I love you" to someone, but that wasn't in your family? Or your friends actually, or your friends like, nah.
Oh.
Hey, it was last week.
I was gonna say last week.
To all of us,
All of
bro.
you waste man.
Nah, definitely
Nah,
wasn't me. He hates
okay,
me.
what about us
Shut
four?
up,
Okay,
man.
your family and us four. Or us three even, yeah.
But then I've got other friends that I said I
Allow
love you
it.
to.
Nah,
so-
okay, friends and
I'm
family.
sorry, but
Friends
I'm
and
sorry.
No, but
But
you know what I
not
mean.
in a
like-
platonic.
No,
Okay,
I
wait.
haven't-
So not in a platonic way.
I've,
Not in like a.
I haven't said I love you to a girl.
Oh.
Never.
Never.
Wow. I mean, just catch me on a night out, G. I
Yeah.
just say left, right, and center, fam. No way.
Mad.
You've never said to someone that's not like that as in that's just
That's not
like
platonic.
female.
I've never been in that situation
Ah.
before. Man.
Yeah, someone said it to you.
No,
Oh.
Shit, not even your mum.
I love you too.
No.
Yeah, nah, my mum doesn't love
She
me.
doesn't love me like that.
But yeah, fair enough. That's kind of harsh.
Yeah, that
Kishore.
went
I
quite
think, guys,
deep,
if
bro.
you guys-
I was meant to make
If
it
you guys want to
light.
start watching the podcast, and then obviously instead of DMing
Sus,
me, make sure you guys
bro.
DM Kishore. Obviously,
He needs some
he's
love.
not
He needs
got-
some love,
getting that
man.
love. He's not getting that love recently,
Yes.
so make sure you guys just DM him, give him a little message. He's a really nice guy, I think. So yeah, so,
Apparently, you just said you hated me.
so
Shut
you
up.
hated me, bro.
Nah,
But
never
yeah,
did.
that's that. So we're coming to an end to the podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Today has been like a really light, fun topic about guys and girls being friends. I think we all agreed as well. To be fair, we didn't have any like disagreements or
Yeah.
anything. So I guess we're all like calm with that girls and guys
Still
being
engaging.
friends and all that. So yeah, and then thank you, Sandra, for the into the jar question as
No
well.
worries, lads.
And
Thank
thank
you
you
for the
all
deep question.
that have made it
Thank
so
you for
far.
making me depressed, innit?
Thank you to everyone that has made it this far. Would like to. I think
Thanks,
Bishop
guys.
should do like the name reveal on it now to the exclusive name reveal for anyone that has made it this far. You know.
Innit?
What a name
No
reveal.
one's gonna watch this.
Anyway,
part,
so
bro.
yeah, so thank you guys for listening. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram. Make sure you guys subscribe to us on YouTube. Share our video. Share our podcast. Listen to us on Spotify. And peace.
See you later, boys. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.